the Minecraft Forever world. A concept that, while isn't new, is a sight to behold. A world of epic builds, storytelling, and actual world history. But in order to achieve this monumental task of building up such a world, it takes dedication, days, months, and even years. My name is Dan, a crazy fool who decided to jump in on this concept with no cheats and a random seed chosen by fate. Join me on this journey as I build up my Forever world, one block at a time. And so the sun rises on a brand new journey in a Minecraft world, the Forever world. And it appears that we're in a pretty much standard start to Minecraft. Usually, you end up in a forest when you first start, of course, so it's just the way it seems. Could have been a lot worse. We could have started out like in the middle of an ocean, deserted island with no trees around, but we got plenty to pick from. Before we get started, I think I'm going to mark this location for future knowledge, because we will come back to this location at a later date. And now to pick my first victim. Which one of you trees will be the origin tree? I think this birch right here is probably the best one to start with because it is not connected. I guess it kind of is, we can fix that. To any other trees. Oh, look at that, first sapling. We're witnessing history already. And so, as my forefathers once did, so shall I. I shall begin by removing this tree from existence. Onwards to victory. And just because I think it's slightly important given the situation of this particular world, I want to mark this location with a date of when our journey first began. With a sign. Yeah, no, I just went and dated the video. It takes me a while to make these things, you know. It really does. Anyway, daylight's burning. I gotta get to work here. I've messed around long enough. Let's gather some resources and we'll be on our way. The first night was a rather dark and stormy one, and I had 3 objectives in mind. Shelter, food, and a place to sleep. As I dug out my little gremlin hole, I decided to employ hit-and-run tactics to gather resources while I wait for the sun to rise. But little did I know, there was danger lurking in the dark. Since I was effectively on house arrest, I decided to upgrade my pickaxe to continue digging. After I could no longer hear our little house guest, I decided to take another look outside. The coast is clear, I thought. Once again, I was proven wrong. At this point, I decided it's time to arm myself. I'm not getting pushed around anymore. With shelter being secured, it was time to look for food. The grass was not giving up any seeds. Oop, better skedaddle. Once again, I was put back on house arrest. At this point, my health had long since stopped regenerating, and I had no food to my name. I was essentially starving to death. And then I remembered, salmon is a thing, and then we were off to the races. With food and shelter being dealt with, the next thing on the agenda is finding a place to sleep. Because I don't want to deal with no phantoms, and I had an idea of where to go look. I had not seen any sheep this entire time, and I figured that they must be up here somewhere. Wouldn't you know, there's so many treasures up here on this mountain. And sure enough, I spotted our target. I even found surface iron to boot. After a quick trip to the furnace, we were ready to rock. I mean, just look at that. Is that not one of the most beautiful sights you've ever seen in Minecraft? I mean, to be fair, it's mostly the work of my shader pack, which is complimentary Unbound? No, Reimagined. Reimagined, it's the other one. I'm doing all the heavy lifting here, so it probably doesn't look like this naturally, but man, it really makes a difference, doesn't it? I haven't really had much of a chance to talk to you guys about what my grand vision is for this world, and I figure now is a good enough time to get that started while the early game nonsense is pretty much taken care of. We've got our fish, not really much in the way of farm going on here. We have harvested a little bit, but this wheat farm is just taking its time getting anything going. Increase the size of this farm so we have better yields. But yeah, we're not really going to be hanging out here for much longer. I've got bigger plans in store. But I'm actually really liking this seed. It was completely random. Like, I didn't come into this knowing exactly what I was expecting or getting. But it pretty much gave me more or less everything that I wanted for the early game. The only problem here is I had big plans. I had big plans for the 00 mark, which is one of the most special locations in any Minecraft world. You only get one of these, and I always try to build something very impressive at that site. Unfortunately, 00, according to coordinates, is like right here. And this for right now, for all intents and purposes, and what I had planned, it's kind of like a historic site. Like, I'm gonna keep this here exactly as it is. Everything in here, I'm probably gonna keep as well. For the most part, this is all my original tools. The first sign, the first door, the first wooden pick. First wooden pick. You should really keep these items because, I mean, that's like the holy grail of your world. Why would you use that for fuel? Absolute savage. What's wrong with you? And we have all this in here too. I'm probably going to come back and pillage some of this stuff. Like, I really need the charcoal. We haven't done too much mining yet. Like I said, for the beginning half of this adventure, I've mostly just been trying to survive, and it has been a challenge. The other thing I'm going to say is we're not playing in hardcore mode because, as I've said, this is a forever world. So, how can you have a forever world if you can die and lose everything? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. So, I don't care how good you are at the game, sooner or later, the Reaper will come, and then you lose everything. So, I fully expect death. I have not died yet. I'm actually thinking about doing something cool, maybe with my death whenever that happens. Down the line, like I need to establish like a village and a city, and I got all kinds of plans. In terms of mods, the only thing I'm running here is the shader pack, as well as some vanilla tweaks, the mob heads, the player heads, and the anti-creeper, no, I'm sorry, not anti-creeper, anti-enderman griefing thing, because endermen are a menace to society. I'm not really planning any crazy broken farms. I'm not really planning, I'm actually not even really planning on using mending or maybe even rockets or elytra too much. I kind of want to create a world with like paths going everywhere, every which way, to all my major builds, to all the cities and stuff I might be building in the future. This is kind of like loose sort of terms, I guess. Like I might change my mind later. So there's this guy on YouTube. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen him already. DallasMed65, I believe, is his username. He does this really cool thing with his tools, which he doesn't really use mending on them, and he just kind of uses them until they become too expensive to repair, and then he retires them. I think that's really cool. It's a really cool way to tell the story of your world's history. I'm going to steal that idea. So I'm going to be building a museum probably somewhere near this because, as I've said, this is a historic site now. The other thing I'm going to say is I've named this hill here, and I've called it the Bountiful Mountain. I'm pretty sure Minecraft makes bigger mountains than this through generation and such, but the Hill of Bountifulness or Bountiful Hill doesn't sound nearly as impressive. This thing's pretty much given us everything we needed in the early game, so to me, this is kind of a significant landmark. So I'm going to be playing this game, oops, sun's going down, kind of like I'm walking around through someplace like Yosemite National Park. So if I find interesting landmarks or natural terrain that I think is neat, I'm going to kind of incorporate it into a, figuratively speaking, national park system. And we're going to have like paths going out to it and make a whole tourist attraction out of it. It's going to be a fun time. Just to say this off the get-go, we're not going to be playing this like speed running. Like, we're not going to be doing optimal plays. We're just going to be doing the rule of cool, as they say in Blizzard. And yeah, I'm going to let this day end, and then I'm going to go back to sleep. And then we're going to start our journey this way, because there's some cool things out there that I want to start building. This view, man, I swear, it is so cool. Look at that. I mean, to be fair, we have forest from like miles around, but yeah, I mean, this is a really cool vantage point. I would have considered building a house up here, but I kind of want to keep this kind of pristine for now, so we're not going to worry about that. I might do something with it later, but where I really wanted to go actually is that mega taiga out there in the distance. I got this idea in my head of where I want to build our first base of operation. It's going to be kind of like a mining camp slash Appalachian Mountain moonshiner crossed with lumberjack, crossed with 1849 gold panners, that kind of thing, like basically a mining place. I felt that it would be a lot better inside a taiga. That's kind of like the situation where I would want to build it if I could find one. And I was half expecting to have to travel halfway across this world just to find one. But as luck should have it, we have one right over here, right across the way. Hello, dogs. Generally speaking, my build style is kind of, I don't know how to really put it, but I usually build something pretty basic and simple, and over time, I add to it, remodel it, change it around. I think it's a lot better way to build something in this game than trying to figure out exactly how it is the first time through, like perfection, like you gotta nail it the first time. It's like, nah, you can add to it. It's actually a lot more fun that way, for me anyway, because then you can kind of like mold your idea as it comes to you. I've tried to build like in a creative world before, and like it just doesn't work. Like my brain needs the terrain to go with it. So whatever I come up with out here, like I have an idea in my brain. It's a very loose idea. It's gonna be pretty cool, but it's a very loose idea, and it'll probably modify and change over time. So I'm hoping we can find a good spot of where I want to set up. Now look at that. Still a lot of forest around here, but I don't mind it. So my idea here is I need to find kind of a slope, kind of a clearing, sort of. I mean, we're in the middle of a redwood forest, so finding a clearing isn't really something you're going to find too well. But I want to explore in here for a little bit until I figure out exactly where I want to be. And maybe, just maybe, we'll find a place that is good for us. Okay. I'm kind of getting a feel for this over here. Like this would make a really good spot to maybe put a mine entrance. But where would I put my mining shack? Maybe on top of the hill here? Let's see. Top of the hill overlooking this? Yeah, maybe. Okay. Oh. Making a lot of noise there, Mr. Dog. Mr. Wolfie Wolf. Gotta sleep. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hi. Hush. Yeah, I think this might be where I will set up shop. We need to get some of the stuff out of the way. Flatten this land a little bit. I don't think these are Enderman blocks. That should be turned off. I don't actually know. I have never really installed a data pack before, so it may or may not be working. But I haven't seen any Endermen recently, so who knows. We need to get rid of all this dirt, and then we can start the construction. So it's humble beginnings. I actually want to get some copper for the roof. I got this idea in my head of how I want to do the whole roof section. It's going to require a bit of mining, so that's probably what I'm going to be doing here in just a minute. But yeah, this is basically my rough outline of what I'm going to be working with, kind of the vibe. Like, this is not the finished product. Like, my build style kind of starts like this. I just make a simple box, nothing fancy. I don't go too into detail right away, and then I just tear the crap out of this, and over time it will evolve and it will change, so don't you worry about that. I am thinking of a spot of where I would want to put the furnaces, and I've made this retaining wall right here, and I'm thinking it might be kind of a cool idea to put the furnaces in the retaining wall, because inside here, like, I don't think it doesn't make much sense having the furnaces being inside a mining shack. So yeah, that might be what I do. This is just mostly simple residence. But I actually do need to go down into the mines and look for copper amongst other things. Oh, hello gentlemen. I'm going to try to sneak past you without you guys getting aggroed. That'd be great. These guys are such a pain in the butt, man. These guys just show up everywhere, and they're kind of a nuisance. Shut up. Anyway, this is our mining situation here. I'm keeping an eye on you guys. Keeping an eye on you guys. Har 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 indeed. Usually when I make a mine... Okay, am I going to have to kill you guys? You're distracting me. I really don't have any armor, so this is not a good idea. I don't think I will. This is our mine right here. Just ignore them. This is our mine right here. Usually, when I play this game, I don't usually go this crazy with the mine entrance, but I wanted to create something kind of nice for me, so I'm not just digging inside a random hole in the ground. This side right here, I'm thinking this side is going to be going above deep slate, so kind of like the stone layer, and this way right here is going to go all the way down to the bedrock layer. So I kind of have both options to work with, because the deeper you get in the mines, you only really, the closer you get to bedrock, you stop getting like granite and andesite and diorite and coal and iron and blah blah blah. So maybe there is iron in the lower level. I don't know anymore. I really don't know. But anyway, yeah, this is going to be the deep mine. This is going to be the semi-deep mine, and I'm going to eventually maybe have mine carts coming out here. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to work it in just yet, but never you worry. That's future Dan's problem to figure out. Oh, that's inventory button. Did they go away? Are they still out there? Oh, they're still out there. They're going to be holding me hostage in here, I'll tell you what. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be working on, I think, off camera. Unless something interesting happens where I come across something. Who knows what's under the ground out here, man? Like, they keep adding stuff. You could be digging a mine and suddenly you hit an ancient city, and then it's like, oh, well, there goes that plan. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going to get some copper going, and I'll get back with you guys here. 15 blocks of copper. I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but we're gonna try it anyway. What is that thing called again? Stone cutter. Stone cut. Do I need to hold a piece of iron first? Stone cutter? Let's see, is this... Oh, there we go. No, that's not what I want. How does it work? Is that how you spell that? Stone cutter? Oh, come on, man. Where is it? Where is it? Did they remove it from the game? Oh, I think I know why. It probably needs smooth stone. Oh my god. Well, fortunately I got enough cobble to last me 500 years, so let's get on with that. Yep, there we go. No? Do I need 3 pieces? Oh my god. Yep, 3 pieces. Dang it, man. Where should I put this stone cutter? Actually, maybe right here. Like that? Yeah, I think that's fine. Anyway, in terms of what we dug up in tunnel number 1, not a whole lot. There was some clay down there, oddly enough. I don't recall them changing the way clay spawns, but I ran into a lot of it. Got some lapis, got a bunch of stone and fun things. But tunnel number 2. Tunnel number 2. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. But I think for right now, in order to keep this thing from looking like a random log cabin in the woods, I want to put a copper band along the top here, along the roof, just to kind of give it more of like an industrial feel. So, like I said, it's not just a log cabin in the woods. Dang it, man, I'm already out of copper. I have to go get more now. I'm hearing skeletons in this wall somewhere. Maybe there's a cave nearby. Oh, well that explains all the clay, doesn't it? Aha! Ahaha! Ahaha! There's some kind of pocket, like right over here. I can hear them. I can hear that skeleton, but I think we'll leave him be for now. We're not really equipped to handle anything like that right now. Oh my god, it's them again. I see you. Where's your friends? Where's your friends? Oh, there you are. Yeah, I see you guys. You stay down there. Such a pain in the butt, man. Such a pain in the butt. Oh, man. Oh, this guy wants to go. This guy wants to go. All right. All right. All right. Don't you do it. Oh, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. So be it. I think I might need to redo the roof inside, but that could be a future Dan problem. I think we're going to leave it for now. Anyway, I think that about wraps up what I wanted to do this go around. I did do a quick peek around on MCA Selector, and I did find that there's at least 3 villages that have already been generated somewhere out over here. And I've got plans. Ooh, do I have plans? I think on our next installment, we're gonna head back to 00, maybe do a little bit of work there, maybe unveil a little bit of my plans for that area. Because I didn't really go into too much detail about that, but I got big plans. Big plans for the future. Do not assume that this is all I got going, because I've got tons of ideas. Tons. I'm also probably going to have to build some kind of bridge system to get from here all the way over to there. Ooh, what's happening? And that might be a whole thing. I don't think I'm going to dedicate like a whole episode to that. Maybe a time lapse or something. We got caves to explore. Ooh, it's going to be a good time. And I've got plans for like a moonshine camp. We're going to have a bunch of like mining equipment all over the place. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a very good time. So I hope to see you guys in the next installment, episode 2 of this Forever World experiment I'm doing. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.